Hi guys, welcome back to our channel. It is actually nighttime right now. It is 9:18 and Ben and I actually used to record at night after Ella went to sleep, so this is giving me all of the
all kinds of flashbacks. Avery's chilling right behind us, sleeping.
In front of us. Behind us is a book.
That's embarrassing. Can I drink my water throughout this?
No, please don't.
You don't want me to stay hydrated?
No. Right now we are going to be answering questions. I literally have so many questions that I'm going to go through. We're going to be answering questions about how it is having 2 kids.
Like
and
postpartum, stuff like that.
Yeah, I'm gonna answer a few questions about postpartum, but I also want to make like a whole video of like an update on Avery and an update postpartum and like belly shot, because my belly probably doesn't look the way that you guys think it looks. I have a lot of stretch marks. My stomach really does not look the same. It looks a little rough. It looks a little beaten up. That video will be coming out soon where I like show what my belly looks like. It's not that I'm like waiting for it to go down, because I feel like it's gone down.
It went down very fast. This time you you didn't look pregnant afterwards.
No.
You just like shot down.
Yeah.
Whereas last time
it took me a while.
It took you a while, yeah. While they're watching this video, Maddie's gonna be here.
Oh yeah. Once you guys are seeing this video, Maddie will be with us. Oh yeah, that's what I was going to say. Since it is like so late in the day, we have been just like cleaning all day long, and so that's why we didn't vlog today, and that's why we're going to be doing like a Q&A. So the first one I'll do is, are you struggling with postpartum depression and anxiety? No, I'm not. I don't know. I don't know when it actually develops.
I don't either.
I feel like I have a little bit of anxiety because ever since Avery's been born, I've been terrified of somebody breaking into our house, and like a couple days after she was born, I like had to go downstairs and like make sure everything was locked. So I think I have maybe a little bit of postpartum anxiety. That's pretty much it. So hopefully that doesn't develop.
Yeah, that would be horrible.
Are you still feeling sad about Ella not being your only baby? Sometimes I still feel sad. If I don't spend enough time with her throughout the day, I feel really, really bad.
I guess that's kind of a difficult question for me, just because I don't really, like, I burp her, change her diaper, like I don't really interact with Avery very much
as
like,
you do Ella.
Exactly.
So you still feel like Ella's like,
exactly, I feel like Ella's getting most of my attention.
Was it easier with 1 kid or with 2 kids so far? I don't know. I feel like it's the same. Avery is such a good baby. She's never cries. You never really know that she's there.
Yeah, sometimes Katie will just look at me, she's like, honestly, sometimes I just forget that she's here.
Like she's just so chill and quiet. She never cries.
And she sleeps through the night.
So it's still like the same.
Yeah, it's still obviously still harder than having just one, because you still have to divide your attention.
It takes a lot longer to do things, but it's like kind of the same still. It's kind of hard to explain. How is Avery different from Ella? I'm guessing like you mean like as a newborn.
I can't, like, I don't know, like it's just hard to.
There's a few things that come to mind. Avery did so much better breastfeeding, and maybe it was because I knew what I was doing. Ella it was so hard to get her to breastfeed.
Yeah, that was a time.
Yeah, so that is very different. Avery sleeps through the night pretty much.
Yeah.
Maybe wakes up one time. That was not the case with Ella. Ella was every 2 to 3 hours, like she was up.
Didn't Ella throw up a lot more?
Yeah, I think Ella threw up a lot more, but we were like struggling with feeding her though.
That's true.
How is your back doing after the epidural, and how is this recovery compared to Ella's? My back is doing completely fine. I don't cramp anymore. I think I stopped taking Tylenol for like back pain 5 days to a week after I had her. I kind of stopped having back pain. I was having a lot of back pain though.
It wasn't really back pain. You were having headaches too.
I still do have headaches every now and then, which I'm going to kind of blame it on that, because I never had headaches before this happened.
You very, very rarely had headaches.
I've been having a lot of headaches actually.
You have. That's why I'm like, I don't know, like still to this day, sometimes you're just like, oh, like, what was it, last night?
I had a headache last night.
A couple nights ago, you were just like, oh, I have a throbbing headache.
And then my recovery compared to Ella's, this is so,
you don't even
much
easier. You don't even have to use like the little squirty spray.
Yeah, no, I didn't tear. I had no abrasions. My stomach went down pretty much right away. Breastfeeding was so easy. The only thing that really hurt was like getting over the hump of breastfeeding.
Yeah, with like all the blisters and your scabbing. Yeah, that was pretty bad.
That hurt a lot. Now we're over that hump and we're
good. We're golden. We're flying high.
Yeah. I will go into more detail when I make my postpartum video. How long after birth until you can be together?
Like,
yes.
Okay.
I am almost 3 weeks postpartum.
And you're supposed to wait 6.
Yeah.
Like doctors recommend 6.
We have not done anything though. Just
nope.
For all of you guys wondering. Ben's sad. Okay, there's a lot of questions on here, like what's the hardest thing? Has it been hard to adjust to 2? Like that's one of the top questions that I'm seeing. I would say the hardest thing adjusting to 2 is like managing your time. I feel like our days go by really fast.
That's a good answer.
It takes a while to get anywhere.
Yep.
Especially with a toddler. Like breastfeeding, it's not like you can just give them a bottle and go.
Yep. Mm-hmm.
If they're hungry and you're gonna go in the car, like you're just,
and you have to think of that.
You just have to manage your time and think ahead. We have to be ready and start getting the girls ready and packing their bags and getting them in the car about an hour before we have to leave.
Yeah.
Because just in case.
And that's not even like including like your makeup and showers and stuff like that.
I would say it would probably take us 3 hours to get somewhere.
That's like simply just like getting dressed, like stuff like that, like getting the car seats, getting the bags together, and like all that stuff, getting the girls in the car, making sure the car's warm because this time of year is
it's freezing
cold. So literally every time we leave, we have to put like 10 minutes and just wait for the car to warm up.
So that's what I would say would be the hardest thing. But it's nice that Ben's here. I'm almost 3 weeks postpartum, and normally your husband will stay home for 2 weeks.
Yeah, 2 weeks.
So we're like right at the point where Ben would be going back to work, which I feel great. Like I don't feel sore or anything, so I would definitely be able to take care of both of them. Would it be hard? Yes. I took care of both of them today for a few hours, and I didn't brush my teeth until before we did this video, so.
You finally brushed your teeth?
Yeah.
Nice.
Do Ella or Avery wake up during the night? No.
Yeah. It's honestly awesome.
Avery, I don't know if you ever hear her. She'll just kind of like grunt and kind of move around.
At first, Ella had a really hard time like waking up and stuff. We figured out that was simply just because our heat was broken. Her room was getting so cold that she would be waking up.
But now Ella sleeps through the night.
Yeah.
Ella literally wakes up around like 9 to 9:30 every single day. Avery, sometimes I have to wake her up in the morning, so
she wakes up like at
not
11.
to brag or anything, but like we have good babies.
Yeah.
Yeah. Do you plan on getting pregnant with a 3rd baby soon, or when? We plan on having at least 1 more baby, if not 2.
Mm-hmm.
I don't want to say 3 more.
We want 3 for sure. 4 is like we have to. Obviously, we're gonna see how we feel after 3 or during 3.
I'm going to fix her head while you're.
4 is probably gonna be our max, but then again, we could have 3 and then 4 and be like, dang, why are they so cute? Let's have a 7th.
So I don't know if I've even talked about this on here, but I'm not planning on going back on birth control right away. We want to wait and have a gap between them of about 2 years. Avery and Ella are about 20 months apart, just a little less than 2 years, so we want the gap to be around more like 2 years. Ever since I met Ben, I was like pregnant and then on birth control and then pregnant again, and I just want to give my body a break for a little bit. I don't know if the entire time until we do decide to get pregnant again, I won't be on birth control, or I'm just not going to be on birth control for a couple months. We haven't really talked about it. That's the plan for right now.
We can use other preventative measures so she can like get back to normal, and like because her body's gone through a lot. So
yeah. Since having Avery, has Ella become more jealous? I don't think so.
No, I honestly
she
don't.
loves her so much.
It's awesome.
Too much. We'll have Avery in the car seat on the ground, and Ella's just like
rocking
in her car seat.
Yeah. Or like she'll rock her, and then sometimes she'll come up and like try to give her a kiss, but she's like and like bounces her head back.
Oh my gosh, yes. She'll like rub all over her face and her hair. And
she'll do like whenever she has her toy makeup and she's sleeping, she'll just come up and like dab her a little.
Yeah.
Like it's gentle, but like everything. She's always concerned about her when she's crying.
Yeah.
Ella's like.
Yeah.
She's like staring at us, like if we're changing her diaper, she's just like staring at us like, what are you doing?
How is breastfeeding going? It's going so well. I feel like my milk is finally regulating. I feel like I do have an oversupply. We have a drawer full
in the freezer
of breast milk. We have a lot.
We have a lot of breast milk.
My breast milk is regulating. I don't feel as engorged all the time.
Yeah, you set the
And when
pump.
I wake up, I don't feel as engorged.
You set the pump every time you woke up because she would still be sleeping.
I literally couldn't put my arms down.
Yep.
Yeah. Ben would have to help me like sit up. How do you deal with stretch marks, both physical solutions and mentally?
That's a good question.
Most of the stretch marks that I have right now were from Ella. I do have a lot more from Avery, but they are in different spots, and the ones from Ella I feel like were in a worse spot than Avery's were, which I'll explain more in the video that I'm going to do. I think I kind of got over that with Ella. Like it was just so hard on me to have stretch marks. This time around it's just like adding to it, but in different spots.
Like more hidden, like
yeah, there are more hidden spots with Avery. I've already gotten over that hump. Physically, I don't do anything. Mentally, I've already gotten over it. There's a lot of questions in here about our sex life. And like we answered earlier, you can't have sex for 6 weeks. So we still got 3 weeks to go.
More like a week.
No, 3 weeks. Is Avery Kate named after you?
Yes. Of course it is. Just like Ella Ray is named after me.
What? Did you tear with Ella? No, I had one small abrasion.
3 inches.
What? I had one small abrasion, so they put one stitch in. Is filming hard now that you have 2 kids? No. I think it would be harder if I was getting less sleep and if Avery was like a wild child, but she's not. It's not.
And
harder.
I think it's better because like we're most of the time we're on the same page when it comes to recording. And if we're not, like I always clarify, like, okay, what do you want me to record? Like do you want me to record or do you want to record? So a lot of the time we have that like communication where I'm like, okay, do you want an intro? Do you want an outro?
Now that you're home, you can like
exactly. I can be like, what do you want from me? What do you want me to record?
Yeah, it's the same.
Yeah.
How do you keep a positive attitude towards your spouse when you're stressed with 2? Well, we had a moment this morning. Let me like,
I honestly
what is it
forgot
called?
what happened.
Let me play back this moment for you. Yes, let's rewind to this morning. I'm downstairs, Ben's about to take a shower. I have Ella next to me and I'm burping Avery. We were about to get in the shower, Avery threw up everywhere. And so I was screaming, Ben, she threw up. So Ben comes downstairs, gets Avery. He's like, what do you want me to do? I'm like, I think we should just put her in the bath. So then we go upstairs and go to the bath. We brought up Ella with us, so all 4 of us were in the bathroom. All 4 of us were in this tiny bathroom.
I tried taking Ella out multiple times, but she wanted to be with Avery.
She loves being in the bath. Yeah, and she also loves being with Avery.
I took her away from the bath A, and I took her away from Avery B, and I took away from you C. She was like screaming. Yeah.
Avery's crying. I'm trying to get the bath started. Yep. Ben's holding Avery. I'm getting like all of her stuff together for after the bath to keep her warm. We take off her clothes and take off her diaper, and we noticed that she had pooped. So I ran into Ella's room to grab a wipe. While I was grabbing a wipe, she peed all over
me.
Ben.
I was holding her like this, naked. She's peed right all over me.
Yes, and she's crying because she's naked. So then I wipe her down, put her in the bath. She's still screaming her head off. And she's turning red because she's crying so loud, like screaming so loud. So then I take her out of the bath and give her to Ben to put in the towel. And he like barely put the towel around her.
Well, no, because like the towels we have like a little hood on it. And I just didn't put the hood over her. Like I still covered her. I just didn't put the hood over her because like I was just trying to get her covered.
Yeah.
So
and she was still crying. So I'm frustrated at this point. I'm like, why didn't you put the towel around her? Or like, why didn't you put it over her head? And he was like, I don't know. Like it was very sassy, I don't know. And so I was like, okay. And then she's still screaming. He's like, why is she so red? And I was like, cause she's screaming. And he goes, was the water too hot?
Well, I was genuine because like that was probably one of the hardest times she's cried. Probably just because she's taking a bath. But I was like concerned because her skin was bright red. And I'm like, was the water too hot?
I was like, no, the water is not too hot. And then we like went back and forth we exchanged a few of the words. And I was like,
she was like, well,
if you think you know what you're doing, then you just do it. And
then I was like, okay, fine. And I changed her. I put lotion on. I put a diaper on her. I put lotion on her, and I came in here and I got her to go sleep. And then we went back downstairs and we were like, "This is dumb. I love you."
That was just one moment. I think that was probably our worst one yet.
Yeah.
That happened today.
That's like opposite. We were just showing negativity.
No, how do you keep a positive? In stressful moments. I'm saying that we don't always keep a positive attitude. For the most part, we do. Usually moments like that don't get to me, but this time it did, and we kind of took it out on each other. But then we just quickly realize what we're doing, or he does, and then I feel better. And then, yeah. How hard is it to make sure that both kids are happy at the same time? So far, we haven't run into a moment where both of them are upset at the same time because because Avery is so good. Like we've said, she doesn't cry, she never is really upset, so we haven't run into a hard moment like that. And also, since Ben is home, if we do ever run into a moment like that, it'll be easy for one of us to handle one and one of us to handle the other. Now I was thinking the other day, when we have a third,
that's one thing that I actually talked to your dad about this. I was like, it's harder, but like it's like somewhat easy because like you get a kid, I get a kid,
right? Yeah.
But when you're outnumbered, what do you do?
I don't know.
When you have 2 toddlers and a newborn and she doesn't sleep through the night, I'm like, oh my god.
You said she. There it is, folks. We're having a girl. The third one's a girl. Are Avery's eyes blue like Ella's?
Heck yes.
I think that they're going to be more blue than Ella's are.
And her hair is like blonde and curly.
Yeah, some people are like, I don't see how you're saying it's blonde because it looks dark. It looks dark in the shadows, and when it's like,
and
when it has thick.
The more people like touch her hair, and the more we touch her hair, like her hair gets like greasy, and then like sticks to her head, and like is condensed, so it looks like it's really dark.
Yeah, if you see the tips of it and like the hair on like right at the beginning as well, like around her face, it is like blonde.
And like if we give her a bath, and like don't comb it down or anything,
it's like dirty blonde.
Yes, it's like dirty blonde and like
really curly.
100% really curly, dirty blonde. Looks like she has a dirty blonde afro.
Do people judge you for being young parents of 2 beautiful kids? Honestly, I don't know if I'm just not aware of people looking at me, or maybe I look older than I am. But even when I was pregnant with Ella and had Ella, I have never felt any judgment from anybody. Maybe it's because I'm not worried about what people think about me. I don't know.
I think that's part of it, but I think another thing is the fact that you do not look like you're 21.
Really?
I would say you're a solid 25.
What?
Yeah.
You think I look 25?
You just look older, and the way that, like, your stature and the way you talk and like how mature you are, you just like seem older. Like, I can see that. But like with me,
do you get people that look at you?
I definitely get a lot of like stares and looks, but like honestly I don't give a crap. But I think honestly my height has a lot to do with it as well. Yeah. Like I look like I'm 12, and then they see me pulling out a toddler and they're like, what? It's really only when I'm by myself. Okay. When I'm with you, I don't really get looks.
Okay.
Like,
yeah. I've never felt that way. A lot of moms, or a lot of our teen mom friends, say that they've felt so much judgment, or they get like treated a certain way, and I've never ever experienced that.
Which is good. Yeah. You don't want to feel that way.
How do you balance time between Avery and Ella? This is hard and something that I really worried about. And if I don't spend enough time in my brain, whatever enough time is a day with Ella, at night I'll literally have like anxiety and be like, oh my gosh, I did not spend enough time with her today. Yep. Obviously I breastfeed Avery, I sleep with Avery. I don't even know how to like explain that answer.
I have a question.
What?
How do you balance time with me and 2 babies?
The other day we spent all day together shopping. Am I doing a good job balancing time between all 3 of you?
Yeah.
You have foundation.
I don't care. I think it's like doing like
Oh, I have the answer.
Oh my god.
I have the answer.
No. I got it.
What?
That's what I was about to say.
Okay, then you say it.
Okay, then you say it.
Okay.
No, I'll say it. Okay.
You don't even know what you're saying.
Me personally, I jump in when I can. So if that means like after Avery's done eating, then I'll be like, hey, you want me to burp her?
Yeah.
Or I'll hear her explode out of her diaper. And then I'm like, hey, do you want me to change that? Not
you
really.
have never said that one. Okay, I think that we just like switch off between kids. Yep. And if Avery's not eating, then if Ella needs something, I'll go do it. Yep. Or I'll be like, here, take this one. Yep. I'll take that one. Okay, let's find one more question.
All right, make it a good one.
Okay, here's the final question, and this is for you, Ben.
Oh, heck yeah, I got my spotlight.
How do you feel about being so outnumbered? Do you want more girls or a boy? Let's hear it.
I love being a girl dad, and I wouldn't change it for the world. But I'm scared if our third is a girl, that I'm gonna have a clan of women around me, and I'm gonna have to get 4 male dogs just to feel some sort of like.
Oh, also we are never getting a male dog.
All right, so that's good. So literally, I'll just be walking around with 10 females.
Male dogs pee everywhere.
Like I said, I love being a girl dad, and I wouldn't change it for the world. But if our third is another girl, I feel like I wouldn't get a boy. Like if we had one more shot, like if there was 3 girls and we had one more shot to get pregnant and we had one more shot, I would think it would be a girl. I would love to have a boy. I would love to like wrestle with him and like do things that like dads and boys do together. Yeah. Like go and play catch, like go wrestle, like stuff like that.
Got it.
But I'm scared to have a boy.
Why?
There's an additional part. And it scares me. Like I would love to have a boy, but then again when I think about it and I think more into it and I'm like, oh, all I know is girls. Like, oh yeah, give me a newborn girl. Got it. In a wrap. But it's like a whole different scenario when you have a boy. Okay, play out your scenario.
So let's play out this scenario.
Okay.
We have a surprise baby, third baby. Baby's coming out. Doctor says,
it's a girl.
It's a girl.
Of course.
What would you say? What would your first thought be?
Damn.
Okay.
See, I don't know. I'd have to be in the moment.
Alright, guys.
Alright, babe.
That's going to be it for today's video. The next videos that are coming up will be all with our YouTube friends, so we're excited. I hope you guys enjoyed today's video. If you did, make sure to give it a thumbs up. Don't forget to subscribe to our channel and follow us on Instagram before you leave. And we will see you in our next video. Bye, guys.